Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Christmas. I didn't think that part through. Yeah, if you noticed, 2 weeks ago I did a reaction to A Charlie Brown Christmas, as I move my Christmas tree over here. I did a reaction to A Charlie Brown Christmas, which I had never seen before, but I watched it. It was a lot of fun doing it, and yeah, I figured I would continue on from that by doing something that I did actually watch as a child. Olive the Other Reindeer. You ever hear of this? No? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know how many of you guys really grew up with this. I grew up with this. I'm pretty sure Cartoon Network played it at least once in my childhood. So I vaguely remember it, and it's gonna be interesting. So yeah. Ugh. Excuse me. Well, with that all being said, I guess we can just go ahead and get into this. There's nothing really to recap. There's nothing to say no spoilers on. Let's just get into this. This is Olive the Other Reindeer. Here we go. Oh God. Oh God in heaven. Oh no. Oh my. Oh my gosh. Oh, I remember all of this.
Christmas, my favorite day. The wait's almost over.
Oh God.
Just hours away.
Oh jeez. Oh, that's the bad guy, isn't it?
Yeah, they fired me. I was a hard-working entrepreneur, smuggling in junk food, dirty magazines, files hidden inside cakes.
Jeez.
Until a stool pigeon.
And I haven't heard any senseless barking at all.
Woof.
I don't know how you can call yourself a dog, Olive.
That sounds like the greatest dog in the world. What's this dude talking
I've tried
about?
to be man's best friend by being your best friend, haven't I?
Oh my.
Yeah, we'll get with the
Santa is expected to cancel his traditional Christmas Eve flight.
So Santa's real.
Was injured earlier today during a practice flight and won't recover in time.
Maybe somehow we'll make do with Olive the Other Reindeer. But if not, Merry Christmas anyway.
Did Santa just say Olive, the other reindeer?
He said maybe we'll make do with all of the other reindeer.
Oh, okay, so you don't...
No.
So Olive doesn't actually have the confusion.
The other reindeer, I heard...
Olive, I came to apologize.
What did he say?
I think he said, I'm ashamed of all your lies.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't do anything wrong, Santa. We can still have Christmas. Come on in the house. I'm lighting the Yule log, and there's a space for you.
You can't kill my Christmas. Get out of this house. I'm getting a new dog.
Good lord.
Olive?
Oh no, sorry.
Oh, that's okay, Olive. No harm done.
Aren't you going to kick me or spray me or something?
No, not today.
Wow. I guess
Oh my gosh, do you get abused?
Spirit.
That's right. The matter?
In the summertime,
Oh God, don't sing.
delivering so
Why did I do this?
my bag is less bah bug and hum.
Could they not get the rights to say bah humbug?
One flimsy little Christmas card. Surely that can't be too hard, but multiply it a billionfold and see why Christmas leaves me cold.
Why don't you get a new job?
Christmas, bah bug and hum.
Why?
By now my ligaments are...
I mean, at least it's not like something... Like, it's not something in his past, like, whatever. It's like, no, he's a mailman who's tired of being a mailman. But that's not Christmas.
Excuse me, Olive, but Santa said all of the other reindeer.
Exactly.
You just misunderstood. It happens all the time. I used to think the Pledge of Allegiance was about me, Richard Stans.
It's not?
So you think...
I've always been different than other dogs. And somebody has got to do something or it won't be a very Merry Christmas.
Is this a weird coming out story?
More power to you then.
God, his eyes disturb me.
To the North Pole, Martini?
I'm Olive, and I'm going to the North Pole to help Santa. I'm the other reindeer.
What's the matter?
I'm the other reindeer. I'm the one who flies.
Olive, at Christmas.
poison mistletoe.
You still got the lipstick on. You should probably fix that. From Deus Ex Machina.
Hey,
who wrote this?
With the mail. It's a federal offense.
But it's addressed to me.
Oh, okay then.
It's addressed to her. That is convenient.
Great for zoo monkeys.
And keep quiet.
Because the whole thing with the monkeys, they escaped. And I was sent to her from Deus Ex Machina. God, that flew right over my head when I was a kid.
It's a miracle. We found another flying reindeer, and Christmas is back on again. Ow!
So those are Santa's reindeer.
Please,
at a bar.
Let me...
Hey, let's take her up to the roof and see how she flies.
Jeez. Freaking these reindeer are murderous.
I'm sorry, Olive. We're really not such a bad bunch. When you're this far north,
alright, now he's gotta sing.
Anonymous high-ranking elves are confirming that Santa will shortly make a statement, officially canceling his traditional Christmas.
Was this the White House or something? Jeez Louise.
Santa, I know who's been writing those letters. They're all from a very mean postman who wants to wreck Christmas. Look at the envelopes. No postmarks.
That's true.
He couldn't be bothered to put stamps on them.
Little doggy? You say you're a reindeer, and I asked you to come?
I wonder who voices Santa, because that sounds familiar.
We always get the crate.
I just learned that you'd better not pout, you'd better not cry, you'd better not shout. I'm telling you why. A mysterious other reindeer has arrived to take Blitzen's place. As of now, the flight is on again.
Does Santa have a menorah on his house?
Who's she? What's going on?
He's slowly turning into Homer Simpson.
Oh, she had a clear sense of mission. Cares deeply about Christmas. Close, close.
Wonder how this is resolved, because we haven't really come up with a way for her to fly. Well, at this point, it's sort of a do-or-die kind of thing. And also, try not to get kicked by Blitzen or whoever that is.
Unorthodox stuff. You okay, Olive?
I'm solid.
If anything, you have less weight to deal with, because she's smaller than a normal reindeer.
Naughty, I got all the toys.
Oh, he stole them.
The laws of breaking and entering, as they pertain to Santa, are unclear. Excuse me.
God, how long was he talking to the press?
Started putting me on his naughty list. He didn't cut me any slack, so I'm not cutting him any slack. Old fat boy's finished. Ho, ho, ho.
You didn't deserve your present. That is why you failed.
Let's go.
But where?
Just head north. Sooner or later, I'll pick up the scent.
That's an impressive nose you got, if that's the case.
This way!
Wow, that's an impressive nose you have, as that is the case.
Give back the presents!
Never! You should have stayed home! Bad dog! Bad dog!
That's not how you drive. Come on, bite him. Gonna crash. Or not.
Hey, don't worry about me. I'll drive home. I mean, how hard can it be? Plus, someone's got to take care of Mr. Zip.
Ooh.
Priority mail.
Time to go home.
Oh, that's clever.
Coming.
Help her out with flying.
But we're way behind schedule. Any chance we could go faster, gang?
Warp speed, Captain!
Ho, ho,
That's a weird Star Trek reference to put in here. London! There's London. Oh, Rolex. Big Ben. Sydney. Why does Sydney have a giant flag in the sky? Oh, hey, the Pope. Is that Benedict? I don't know if he'd be that happy. It's crazy that they put the Pope in there. Tokyo! Whoa! Oh, it's Godzilla and friggin'... I don't know. Paris, let's go to Paris now. The Hunchback, the Hunchback in Notre Dame.
Did you smell us home? Mrs. Claus has been
Kareveru. Using her smell to do that.
Gingerbread, 10 degrees starboard.
So are we to believe that Mrs. Claus is the only person making gingerbread cookies in the entire world? Enough to guide them home?
Ho, ho, ho! Presents for the staff and crew.
Heck yeah. You never hear about that. I like that little attention to detail.
From an insurance. All of the other reindeer says Christmas? Huh?
Yeah, have you not been watching the news?
Christmas, Tim. I hope...
They got opposable thumbs. That's just weird. Oh, now he's a mailman.
Counting the days still remaining till Christmas.
Hooray! Dan Castellaneta. Wait, isn't that the voice of Homer Simpson? Oh, crap. Now I gotta look this up. Okay. Olive. Olive the Other Reindeer. There's no song for this. Dan Castellaneta as the postman. Doesn't he play Homer Simpson? Hold on, we gotta wait for IMDb to load. Joe Pantoliano is Martini. Ed Asner is Santa, that makes sense. It is, it's Homer Simpson! I was right, oh my gosh. I was friggin' right. Because at one point I said, like, oh man, the friggin' postman, he's really turning into Homer Simpson. He's just, he's doing Homer Simpsonisms. It's Dan Castellaneta as the postman. Wow. Okay, Okay. This started off as the craziest thing in the world. But, over the course of the movie, I gotta say, I had fun. And I actually started to enjoy it. It became nice. But boy, do they throw you a lot of stuff in at the beginning of this movie. It's like, all the animals can talk, and hold jobs, and have money, and there's a flea that is mishearing stuff, and this guy is a jerk, but he's secretly not a jerk, and she's just mad about Santa. Everyone knows Santa exists, and he's canceling Christmas, which sucks. And they can't do it because he's gotta rely on all of the other reindeer. The flea mishears it, not her, and then convinces her to go and get that, but there's a postman and a penguin and all this sort of stuff, and it's just throwing stuff at you left and right at the beginning of this. It's so crazy, but that did start to work. I gotta say, this really did pick up as it kept going, and it was kind of funny in some places. I like that she found a package addressed to herself, and it was the files that the monkeys were using to get out of their cages, and the box said, "From Deus Ex Machina." That's actually kind of funny and stupid and random and doesn't make any sense, but it worked, and I did like that. The animation was so weird. That took some adjusting to, I gotta say. That was some trippy animation. All their designs were weird, and the fact that it seemed to be like a 2D environment. It's like 2D people in a 3D environment. But sometimes the environments were also 2D. It just kind of depended on which shot they were using. So yeah. I wrote down Fido, who I guess technically it's good that Fido did all this, convinced her to go to the North Pole, because they did end up saving Christmas. But man, Fido really misheard that and then convinced her, and then icing on the cake, didn't hear Tim properly and just fed her lies. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So luckily, I'm glad that we didn't keep that character very long. We just kind of left him there. I like that, because Martini was definitely a funnier companion, I guess. But yeah, that was interesting. The mailman, I do kind of like, okay, he does say, later, it's like, oh, well, Santa never gave me a train, so I will now destroy him. And it's like, okay, we had to have some childhood thing where he hates Christmas or whatever. But it's like, I did kind of like the beginning thing where it's like, he hates Christmas. Why? Because he has to work so much because of how many things people are mailing at Christmas, which is true. It's absolutely true. Is that Christmas is the busiest time of year for deliveries and mail, because this is the one time of year where everyone is sending everyone everything. Like, there's so many things that have to be delivered that, yeah, I guess I can kind of understand the motivation there. So it kind of worked, but then they threw in the whole thing of, well, he also didn't get a train when he was 3 or whatever. He didn't get his weenie whistle. That's a Santa Claus reference. I've been talking so fast and so, keep going, I almost don't want to, break this, high I'm on of talking. I don't know why. The bar was interesting. Okay, so the reindeer in there were not, flying reindeer, and they weren't a part of Santa's sleigh. That was, Blitzen's cousin Schnitzel or whatever. It's like, okay, fine, whatever. So that was kind of interesting, and it does make sense when, you get this dog that walks in and says, I'm a reindeer and I'm gonna help. It's like, yeah, they'd probably get defensive about that. That does make sense. So yeah, and okay, and what was it? Round John Virgin. That was his name. It's like, okay, that's just stupid. There's no two ways around that. That's just a stupid name. It's like, what do we call this guy? John is a Round John Virgin. It's like, what? That has nothing to do with anything other than that's a Christmas song. But yeah. And then the flying. First off, I question how she was able to fly just with her ears. But it's like, okay, whatever. There's a whole lot of things you really gotta suspend your disbelief about in this movie. So, okay, she uses her ears to fly. And then she, gets the two things and she actually starts flapping and flying. That was a bit better, but still, it's like, yeah, that was interesting. But I kind of like that. And that's honestly all I wrote. There's not a whole lot you can really discuss about this, but yeah, the beginning part of this, it was really throwing a lot at you. And because it's such a strange animation style, that also kind of throws you for a loop. So every little part of this, it's throwing 20 new things at you. It's so crazy, but yeah. Yeah, but overall, I would say this was good. I would recommend this if you want to show this to your kids or whatever. I watched it as a kid, so you'll be fine there. They might not get some of the references, okay, when Martini was talking about in his opening scenes, yeah, I got fired. I brought in dirty magazines and stuff like that. It's like, whoa, okay, that's it's a little much there, but yeah, but I never got that when I was a kid and I watched this. So your kids are not going to get that probably unless they're way more mature than they should be. And yeah, so yeah, it was overall good. You really need to give it a few minutes. You need to give it 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes to adjust to it and accept it. And then once you do, it's actually pretty decent. I actually kind of like this. So yeah. So yeah, that's basically that. Tune in next week, next Sunday, on December the 23rd, where I'm going to be reacting to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from 1998. We're not doing the Rankin Bass. I've already seen the Rankin Bass plenty of times. This is going to be an animated movie from 1998 about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And I've never seen it, and it looks crazy. So yeah, we're going to be watching that next week, in preparation, I guess, for Christmas. So with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Christmas videos, you can click on the playlist. You can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that bell. You can support me on Patreon, and you can follow me on social media. Links below in the description. See you guys later.